this is the second balance exercise video. So in this exercise video we're going to move you on a little bit. We're going to make the exercise a little bit more challenging. We've got some drills for you to try. So in this one, what I'd like you to do is, instead of focusing on one spot in the room, we've all heard that about how you can improve your balance, you need to really focus and just focus on one thing. Now for me, I actually think it's the other way around, and I think you've got to widen your view. You've got to open your eyes, just give as much information into the brain as possible to help your brain work out where in space you are. So instead of focusing on one spot, just open your eyes, let a little bit more light in, and that can help you sometimes with balance. Let's move on with the warm-up. Okay, like we did before, heel pumps. Good, let's just do a few calf raises. Come up onto those toes. Good. Have a slightly wider stance. Let's reach one arm at a time. Good. This will involve a little bit of balance as well. So bring that knee up and rotate. Spinal twist. Yeah, a bit more rotation. Hip, spinal rotation. Let's step round. Rotate and come back. Just 3 times one way, 3 times the other. So as in the first exercise video, we've learnt this hip hike, so we're going to come up onto the toe. And I'm just taking away the support this time, but if you do need it, please do hold the chair or whatever you need. Okay, so hip hike, just take that leg off the floor. What I'd like to do this time is, instead of just staying there, I want to sort of bring this into a slightly harder version. Okay, so let's now with this leg in the air without dropping those hips. Let's see if we can make a little circular movement with that leg. As you can feel, that's quite challenging. You'll feel your ankle twitching away there. You'll feel that glute on your right side working. Good. And let's change side. So we're going to raise that foot up on the toe, hip hike, and then slowly take it up in the air. Good. Once you've found your point of balance, then start with that circular movement. Just really open those eyes. Yeah, very often it can be harder on one side than the other, depending on how strong your hips are. Brilliant. Okay, change side again. We're going to do a couple of these. So this time up on the toe, hip hike, raise up. This time we're going to bring the arms up, and we're just going to take one arm above. Whoops. As you can see, it's working on balance. Good. And reach and reach. Excellent. Well done. Good. Great. Change side. Okay, up on the toe. And bring that up. Now feel free to hold these movements a little bit longer than I'm doing and reach. You may find that you're getting stronger and stronger, and you'll just need a little bit longer in these positions. Excellent, like the last one. Up on the toe and hip hike. And we're just going to hold there. That's perfect. This time we'll have the hands down by the sides. Oops, that's a touch there. Use your tummy muscles, and from there we're going to then take those arms above your head, touch the hands together, and then back down. Well done. Good, and then change side. So, up on the toe, hip hike, raise the leg, use your tummy. And from there, taking those arms up. There's a good warm up for those glutes, because we've got a slightly harder exercise coming up. Wonderful, well done. Okay, so the last exercise we're going to do is a stalk stance. Now we're going to do this in two ways. We're going to start with a slightly easier version and then move up to a harder version. Okay, so we're going to do our usual movement where we're up on one toe and slight hip hike. What I want you to do there is just to see if you control, find that balanced position, raise the leg up, and then you're going to tip down and place your hands on the seat. Then from there you're going to raise that leg up so you're in this balanced position. What I want you to do here is just see if you can start to take some of that weight in the hips. You might move backwards slightly so that hip is loading nicely. Good. From there, use your tummy and then float back up into that standing position again. So just keep doing this, and if you can try about 8 to 10 reps, that'd be perfect. So let's give that a go. So from there, tip over, come down. Good, slowly back up. And again, hip hike abs. Tip over, good, and slowly back. And again. Okay, that's 3. And again. 4. Good. Good. So what we should feel is that hip is warming up nicely. Those glutes are working well, so see how you get on with that, and then of course then do the same thing on the other side. So up on the toe, and then we're going to just balance, and then we're going to tip over, resting the arms, and there is a little bit of weight here, but eventually we'll take all the weight off. We won't even use the seat anymore. Last one, we'll make it 8. Excellent, good. So the harder version is the same thing, but we're not going to transfer any weight down onto the seat. Or what we can do is hip hike, lean over and balance, or you can see that I can just let go. And if you feel comfortable at this point, you can bring those arms out to the side. There, you can always come back to here, so you can just practice that movement, coming out to the side and back. And you can do perhaps 5 reps of that to build up, and eventually you're going to take away the seat and do it in a standing position. So this next exercise, a stalk stance, but without the support, is quite a challenging exercise. So please don't attempt this unless you're ready for it. Okay, so, and if you need advice for that, then please do take some. So let's stand on the side. So we're going to be up on the toe at the back. And then from here, we're then going to tip over. We're going to load that hip. We're going to keep those hips nice and level and float that leg up off the ground. Good. If you want to, you can hold there, or you can take your arms out to the side if you feel that's a better point of balance. And back. And then you do a few on that side, and then you change over to the other side. So up on the toe. So you're going to tip over, load. Good, and then just float that leg up and just balance. Same again, and take those arms out. Or here, whichever one you find the easiest. And then keep going. Good. And then back up. So if you just try and attempt perhaps 5 on each side, and of course as it gets easier you can do a few more, you can hold longer. So I hope you enjoyed the second video, and please let me know how you get on.